Hi everyone, this is Leslie with PrayNite for your weekly tarot card forecast. And as usual, we're going to start off with a 9-card general spread, and then I will clarify that reading for each of the zodiac signs. So let's begin. All right, so I'm going to pull a soul card to start off the reading to get a feel of what is happening this week. And the card that I pulled up here, as you can see, it's almost like the feeling I get from this card is almost like hiding, in a sense, of just needing some comfort. And maybe there's something this week that you would rather not deal with. I mean, we all have to have those weeks where you just don't want to deal with it. Maybe this week is a busy week for you, or going to be a busy week for you. Maybe it's just that you just need some comfort. You need someone, whether it's comfort food, somebody to tell you everything's going to be okay. But that's the feeling I'm getting for this week. All right, so let's dive into it. I'm going to pull a 9-card spread, and we're using the Mary L. Tarot deck. And the first card that comes up is the Star. So this is wonderful because the star signifies for me when there's presence around, maybe someone who's passed, that you feel that comfort from. So it's interesting how the two cards together with the Soul card and the Star can mean a variety of different things. So I want to give you an overview because this is a general reading that one or some of these things may apply in your life. Number one, you could be thinking of someone who is no longer with you. And if you are looking for comfort this week, that person that may no longer be around anymore, you have thoughts of them and wish they could be there for you. This signifies to me that they are with you and they are showing you comfort, even though you can't see them in the physical world. The other thing is that the Star is also wishes and dreams and almost like a godsend coming down. And you might start off the week feeling deflated or, ready to give up or throw in the towel for whatever is happening in your life. And the Star is there to say, hang on, because something is going to show up for you that is going to lift your spirits. That's what that signifies for me. All right, so let's pull the next card. And the next card we have is Temperance. So next to all of this, as the story unfolds, is all about waiting and understanding that there is divine timing in whatever it is that you're looking to achieve. It could be that if you are feeling deflated this week and needing some comfort, knowing that it will happen, but just not in the timing that you require. And that happens to all of us. We all have timing that we put a plan in place and we say, okay, this is going to happen this time or this week or whatever. And then you have a stumbling block. That's just expected. So just take a breath when that happens if you're feeling frustrated this week for any reason. All right, so the next card comes up, and this came up last week, I believe, the King of Discs. And the King of Discs to me is, especially in this particular reading, says indulgence to me. In the Mariel Tarot deck, I feel indulgent when I look at this card, like I just want it all. I want it all. But I don't know how to get from step A to step B, and that's what I'm feeling from this reading is there's something missing in this timeline where, what you thought might have happened is not happening the way that you imagined. Because you want everything when you may only get one or two things that you want. So Temperance being in the middle here is to say you are between the Star and the King of Discs. Says to me that you are being blessed and things will happen in divine timing and you will get it but maybe not in the way that you perceived. So don't give up. This is what I'm feeling from this, is not to give up. And that Soul card is telling me that there are times where you feel like giving up and just don't. Okay, going on to the next card, the Eight of Swords. And here it's talking about like that division between you and what you desire. There's almost like it could feel like there is a wall in between you and what you desire. And you're not sure how to break through, like looking for a key to get inside someplace. Now, because it's the Eight of Swords, I look at that as maybe there is something that you don't know how to say or do to get to that next step. So when we talk about trying to accomplish what you're looking to do, there are steps that you have to take. And right now, I feel that there's contemplation coming from this energy. How do I get there from here? Without feeling discouraged. You know, it's like putting one foot in front of the other. That's how I see this so far. All right, let's move on. And the next card that wants to come up, does want to come up, some card. Yep, this card wants to come up, and this is the Four of Swords. Just look at this card. You can imagine, if you're not familiar with the Four of Swords, what this card is indicating. Take a breath, walk away from all of the stress that may be causing you because you're trying to move from A to B very quickly. Take a breath, relax. Four of Swords is taking all of those worries and everything that's going on in your mind and just laying them down. Go for a walk, talk to a friend, go visit a friend. Do something that brings you joy but is relaxing. The feeling of deflation that I got when I pulled that Soul card tells me that you may be trying too hard. And there is times where you have to just take a step back in order to be able to move forward again. Taking a break. I do that a lot myself, is I will just take a break. And it may cause me consequences, but I feel that I need to take that break for my own sanity, and certain things in life you have to step away from. But then you come back and you feel refreshed and you feel alive again. If you don't keep your cup full, you cannot give to anybody else. You cannot do anything for anybody. Always put yourself first. Remember that when you're on an airplane and, you know, if the oxygen falls, you always put it on yourself first before you can help someone else. Same thing. You need to take care of yourself. And never be afraid to tell somebody that you need time away, or you need time to stop fighting, or you need time to do certain things for yourself. It's important. All right, so moving on. The next card that comes up is the Nine of Cups. I love the Nine of Cups here because it's almost like feeling fulfilled when you do take this break. The four, right next to the Four of Swords, tells me that if you do take this break, take a breath. Maybe it's time for vacation this week. Maybe you're planning a vacation, or if you haven't, maybe you should plan a vacation. It's in order to recharge. Every single one of us needs to recharge at some time in our life. And this says if you do recharge, you will feel fulfilled. You will feel almost like your cup is full again. So that's great. All right. The next card is the Six of Wands, and I think we got this last week. And following these cards here, right next to Nine of Cups, says if you are recharged and ready to go, you're going to have the energy that you need to accomplish whatever it is that you need to do. So for me, this is almost to the end point of starting from this Soul card, which says, I don't even know what to do. I feel so deflated. I just want comfort. I want to curl up in a ball. I don't want to deal with anything. And as you can see the story unfolding for you this week, now we're at a point, if you do have patience in your life, and if you do take a break and step away from whatever it is that is stressing you or making you feel deflated or frustrating you, take a break, fill your cup, do something fun. Then when you're ready, you're going to come back and just take charge of the situation because you'll be fresh. It's like when you're sleeping. A lot of things come to me while I'm in sleep mode or probably in REM sleep. I will get ideas, I will get thoughts, I will have problems that might have plagued me during the day and I couldn't figure out how to solve. And then overnight, my brain, because I'm in sleep mode, the subconscious is figuring it out, and I'll wake up with an answer. And I'll have a notebook. I always have a notebook beside my bed that I write down because it's a problem solved. And I'm afraid, because I don't know about you, but sometimes I'll have that problem solved, and then if I don't write it down and I get up and I go through my morning routine, and then when I sit down to figure it out, sometimes it escapes me, and I just don't like that. So think about those type of things as well. So the next card that came flying out of the deck here is the Seven of Cups. And the Seven of Cups is talking about having choices. It's all about choices. And you're gonna pinpoint what it is you need to focus on. And in the Marielle Tarot, I look at this card as focusing on one of your choices. So now that you're recharged and coming back to, okay, I took a day off, I took a few hours off, whatever it is that you can manage in your own life, how are you going to manage this? And you come back and say, all right, now what is the one thing that I can accomplish? I'm not going to feel overwhelmed. I'm not going to get deflated. I'm going to focus on that one thing that I can make a difference and feel like I succeeded. You know, that one thing off your list, and don't have any higher expectations than that. All right, and the last card for this card is the Three of Wands. So this here is all about success and looking at your future and feeling like you can achieve that which you need to do. But if you can see this reading as a whole story, you can see that in order to get to this point of the Three of Wands and be able to be successful in whatever it is you desire, you have to focus on yourself. You have to be patient. You have to know when you can take a break. We are humans, not machines. I think some of us these days, I feel it from everywhere. People are just not knowing, you know, where human and where not human resides, because not only do we have so much information coming at us on a daily basis, we have expectations that have totally changed in the year 2020 and now 2021. Expectations have changed. Everything is changing in a virtual way, but it's also, you can feel that things are speeding up. So don't get discouraged. Just know that you're human, and you have to realize that and take that exhale. It's so important to take that exhale. And even if for you a break is basically going out for a walk or meeting with a friend for coffee, just taking that break is going to really help you and really get you focused on understanding how it is I'm going to break through with this Eight of Swords. How am I going to break through and understand what I need to say or do to get to where I want to go? All right, so that was very uplifting reading because I feel like there's a way to get from this Soul card all the way through to the Three of Wands. So that's awesome. All right, so now we are going to clarify for each of the zodiac signs. And we're going to start off with Aries. And I'm using the Japordize tarot deck for this portion of the reading. And Aries, you got the Ace of Gardens. This is a beautiful card. It reminds me of spring. And it reminds me that Aries, you are establishing a new priority for yourself. You are establishing new goals for yourself. This may even be a new career, a new job, a new financial position in your life. So whatever you've been working on, this tells me that if you can do all of these things and really focus, because the Seven of Cups is coming up for me here when I'm tapping into your energy, Aries. It tells me that you need to pinpoint and laser focus on what it is that you're trying to achieve. And for you, if you can laser focus on that one thing, you will be successful. So that's great. All right, so now we're going to move on to Taurus. And what do we have going on for you, Taurus? Taurus, we have the Devil. I've been feeling, Taurus, for you. It's been interesting. I think at one point I got like feeling frustrated, but for you, this is really trying to step away from whatever is not beneficial for you. A lot of times the Devil card is, I think of it as like handcuffed to something. It could be because it's a habit. The Devil card is a card of addiction, but it can also just be a habit that you are resisting breaking. And it's bringing me to the Soul card, which says if it is a habit for you for maybe feeling sorry for yourself or feeling deflated, or maybe that's just something that you do so that if you're not successful, it's not going to hurt you as much, kind of taking it like I can't succeed, so if I don't, then that's okay. This is saying don't do that. Know that you can have what it is that you desire to have. You have to take care of yourself. So if it is a habit that you're resisting to change, that you need to look at that and say, is this habit that I do, is this preventing me? Because I'm going to the Eight of Swords here. Is this preventing me to get to the other side of what it is that I truly desire, so that I can be the King of Discs, so that I can have everything that I want? All right, so now we're going to move on to Gemini. And what do we have going on for you, Gemini? Gemini, we have the Two of Gardens. For you, this is all about deciding what you want and having fun with that decision. You are starting to picture what it is that Seven of Cups and the Three of Wands for you is showing up for me. What it is that you really want to do. Not that what you need to do, Gemini, it's what you want to do. What you desire to do, and to follow that. And you're playing with ideas right now. I know I've been getting really good energy from you for these past few weeks, so it tells me that you're on an upswing right now as far as what's happening in your life. I feel like things for you, Gemini, are moving forward. And it's a really good feeling. I feel there's a lot of positive energy right now for you. And I think as I'm recording, I believe the North Node is in Gemini right now. So that's good for you. All right, so now we're gonna move on to Cancer. And Cancer, you got the Six of Wands. Cancer, you are looking for that smoother, calmer place in your life. And I believe last week, and I could be mistaken here, but I remember feeling that life was just super busy for you. I just remember, Cancer, it was busy. And I feel like for you, it's just that you need to find that balance in your life, Cancer, so that you're not overwhelmed. And you want to get to that place where you can actually manage your life, so that busyness is still coming through, and you know, the Spirit is pointing me to the star for you. So I need you to hold on to that feeling that everything is going to be okay. So if you get into a position that you're feeling, I don't know how I'm ever going to manage this, think about the star, and in that you are being looked out for and you are being protected. So that's great for you, dear Cancer. Okay, so now we're going to go on to Leo and see what we have going on for you, Leo. And Leo, you got the Drowned. It's funny they name it this. That is the Hanged Man in the Rider-Waite Tarot. And this card symbolizes for me looking at things in another perspective. Sometimes you can't see your way forward because you're narrowly looking at it in one viewpoint. And this is hard for all of us to do. It's taking yourself out of your own opinions and almost being objective and trying to see things from another person's perspective. So if you are feeling blocked and you're feeling discouraged, hold on to the fact that you need to investigate the situation from another perspective. Maybe talk to a friend about what it is you're trying to achieve and get their perspective. And sometimes, and ask for feedback. That's important, Leo. I'm getting that for you, is to ask for feedback. So if there is something that you're not sure of, ask for feedback on maybe what am I doing, first of all, that possibly could be blocking me. And ask for clarity from someone you trust, obviously. But remember that it is safe if they give you feedback that you might not want to hear. And we've all had that happen to us in our life, where someone tells you something about yourself and you're like, ugh, I know that about myself, but I'm really mad because I didn't want you to say that to me. That's that energy where you need to hear it, because that has to sink in for you, that maybe you aren't taking good enough care for yourself, and maybe you need to rest more, or maybe you need to just look at it differently and say, okay, I need to stop and think about this situation in a different way. Now we're going to go on to Virgo. See what we get going on for you, Virgo. Virgo, you got the Six of Gardens, and I think you got this last week, actually. I know you've gotten it recently. I remember the Six of Gardens for you. Because it was a love reading, and I remember somebody was smitten for you. But in this particular reading, for me, clarifying with the Six of Gardens says that you are going to be delighted with what you discover on this journey. So if there is something you're trying to formulate, that word is coming very strong. So I don't know if that formulate means something to somebody, but it's all about success here. And you are going to feel like it's something to do with your past. And maybe there's some skill that you had that you maybe didn't think about before that will come to the forefront for you. It could be a past friend that you need to talk to, or go to a vacation with, or go have a cup of coffee. Reach out to the people in your close circle this week and share experiences with the people that are close to you, because that is important for you this week in maintaining that boundary and experience. Okay, so now we're going to move on to Libra. Let's see what we have going on for you, Libra. Libra, you got the Five of Fire. So Libra, for you, this is all about the frustration that it's going to take for you this week to get from this Soul card all the way to the success of Three of Wands. I feel like for you, this is going to be possibly 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. 3 steps forward, 2 steps back. You're just going to be having a little bit of struggle with getting to that end point. There's part of you I'm feeling split for you. Libra. I'm feeling like part of you knows what you have to do, knows that you have to be patient and take care of yourself. And the other part of you is just struggling with that concept. Because for you, I feel that timing, for some reason, timing is coming up for me, for Libra. Maybe there's a time limit you've given yourself and you're starting to feel like, oh, I just don't have enough time because I said by this date I was going to do this, and here we are and I'm not there yet, and I'm getting discouraged, and I'm feeling like I need some comfort because I just don't know how to move forward. Pay attention to the Four of Swords for you. You really need to just put that all aside, put all those thoughts away. Take a breath and just know that divine timing will let you have what you want, but it's not going to be your timing. So remember that, dear Libra. All right, so now we're going to move on to Scorpio. And Scorpio, you came out right away with the Sun. That was easy for you. You were like, yeah, that's me. So Scorpio, for you, I feel like you're going to be energized with this process. I feel like for you, Scorpio, if you are starting the week feeling that discouraged, something might have happened, I feel like for you, this process will uncover the energy that you need, and you'll be able to shine your light, Scorpio, by the end of the week. I feel like you're going to be just energized and pumped up and feeling like you can do anything. And so for you, I am drawn to the Nine of Cups for you, that you know what it's going to take for you, and it's almost like there's something that says in the back of your mind, I know what I need to do, and I'm going to just suck it up and do it, and you're ready. And I think by doing that, you're gonna feel satisfied. Definitely feel satisfied. That's the word I'm getting for you, dear Scorpio. All right, so Sagittarius, for you, you got the Five of Tides. So Sagittarius, this is where I say in the beginning when I talked about the Soul card and the Star, and I said possibly there might have been a loss there, and somebody is no longer in your life. Maybe they have passed, or just they're no longer in your life, and you're feeling that. You need that comfort, and that person is no longer there. This is where I'm feeling that is where you need to focus of just know that they are there for you if they are no longer in your life. You may have moments where you wish you could talk to this person. You still can. They're around. And believe it or not, the energy does exist. You may not feel it. I know myself, I feel energy a lot stronger for certain people that have passed in my life than others, but they are there for you. They just may not communicate in the way you expect them to. But pay attention to the signs. That's what I'm getting for you, Sagittarius, is to pay attention to the signs that you receive this week. Keep your eyes open, because I feel like when you get a sign that they are there, it's going to uplift you. So remember that, Sagittarius, this week. Okay, so now we're going to go into Capricorn. Capricorn, what do we have going on for you? Capricorn, you get the Tower. You are ready to just shake things up, Capricorn. It is all about for you, this is not working. I know what I need to do so I can make it work, but I got to change it up. You're going to have some big changes, Capricorn. I feel that for you. I've felt a little bit of struggle these last few weeks for you, Capricorn, and I've been feeling that energy for you. A lot of frustration, energy, but I feel like you're ready to make the change now. You're coming into a place where you might have been resistant before, but now you're seeing things clearly. And for you, again, it's all about patience. It's all about just taking that breath for you and realizing that in order to make this happen, you have to come to terms with this road isn't going to take me there, and I need to move to this road. Whatever that means in your life, dear Capricorn. And it'll be a good change, so don't fret that. I know sometimes change is hard for us, but it is necessary in some moments. And that's that bittersweet moment of, okay, if I change my life so dramatically, what is that going to look like? And we have no idea. But that's where the excitement should be for you, is looking at the possibilities, Capricorn. All right, so now we're moving on to Aquarius. And what do we have going on for you, Aquarius? And Aquarius, we've got the 8 of Gardens. So for you, Aquarius, you know, right away it's taken me to the 7 of Cups. You are going to be laser focused, Aquarius, in trying to fine tune whatever it is that you're trying to work on. And I feel like for you, it could even be in your own life. Maybe there's skills that you want to learn, or things that you want to fine-tune in your life, but I feel like it's around learning for you. I'm getting that learning skills, maybe for a job. If there is a job that you're looking to do, you're trying to figure out how you're gonna make it happen so that you can get from point A to point B. And maybe this discouragement for you, Aquarius, was because you didn't have the skills. Maybe and I'm feeling job related with you, Aquarius, that may or may not apply for everyone here, but I feel like for you, Aquarius, maybe that's where you think, oh, I'm so discouraged because I can't get into this field, because I feel like it's bigger, like this path for you. But you are going to really focus and try to figure out what you can do and the steps you can take to take you to the next level. So you're going to have like head down. I keep saying like head down, I'm going to figure it out. And for you, some of you might put a spreadsheet together, because I'm seeing spreadsheet like budgeting or things like that. You're going to really look at the minor details of what it is you're trying to accomplish. So I know you'll do that, dear Aquarius. Okay, now we're at the final sign of Pisces. No, Pisces, we're gonna get you the right card. That's the card, and that's the Empress. So another great week this week. Pisces, you are feeling like you're in your creative zone. I've been feeling this for weeks now with Pisces. There is some creative project. It's a big one. But it's all about creating for you. You're creating something, Pisces. And know that you don't get discouraged if you feel there are some roadblocks, because I'm feeling for you both the Soul card and the 8 of Swords. So maybe you got a rejection and you didn't expect it. Don't fret about that. Take a breath, step away from it, because it is almost like you can't see it clearly. You know, sometimes when you're the creator, you think, this is wonderful. Whatever it is I'm creating, I love it. Creation is subjective. So whoever you showed that creation to might have not seen it the same way you see it. That's why everybody has certain tastes. I mean, I'm doing tarot and I prefer certain cards, and other people may not really like the cards that I pick. They're too much for them or not enough for them. But everybody has their own subjective way to look at things. And this is no different. You are entitled to believing in what you do, and you don't need to change anything for anybody. But if it is a specific feedback someone has given you on your creation, whether you agree or not agree, you need to look at that feedback. Just as I told one of the other signs here, I can't remember who I told to have feedback, but you need to look at that feedback closely and say, what is it? What is it that they are saying to me that maybe I can improve? You know, you may think something's wonderful, and then when you look at it from the other person's perspective, you say, hey, okay, what if I did change that one little thing? And I know I love that one little thing, but what is it? You know, it could make a difference. Try it. It can't hurt. If you absolutely don't like the idea, then don't do it. But I'm feeling like there is a potential for you to actually make this creation better. than what you even expected. And it could take you to better places, because I've been feeling very positive for everything that you're accomplishing, Pisces. I feel like you're on the road upwards. So that's awesome. Great reading for everybody. I hope you enjoyed it this week. Let me know how the week turns out for you. Leave me a comment below. Remember too that I also do daily tarot readings. I've started that. Let me know what you think of those. Those are just short little snippets. I pull a card for the day and see how that goes. I know I'm enjoying it a lot. So have a wonderful week, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.